Do you know what the most important element of preparedness is? Do you know it's not a piece of gear or a plan? It's something else, something way more obvious, but nobody necessarily always thinks about it at the forefront of their preparedness conversations. Would you like to know how to improve this element of preparedness? Well, stay tuned, and we are going to talk about the element, and we are going to talk about what we're going to do as a group to improve it on the other side of this break. Hey, I'm Casey. Welcome back to Cascadia Dispatch, Prepping for Non-Preppers. Today, we have a really exciting video that kind of came up all of a sudden, kind of a combination of things came up, and we are going to talk about something that I thought we would talk about. I just didn't know we'd talk about it yet. The most important element of preparedness, and that element is you. You are the most important element of your preparedness journey. Okay, now take that confused look off of your face. Yes, I'm aware that that may seem really odd to say, but the most important element of your preparedness journey, or maybe your family's preparedness journey, is you, your physical ability to help, your mental ability to help. Your mental and physical fitness as a human being is incredibly important. And it's something that I have known, I think everybody knows, we see all the ads and TV shows and everything else, that being physically fit and being mentally fit are important. We aren't all physically fit and we aren't all mentally fit. I think if you would look at the screen, I don't scream physical fitness to anyone. There was a time back in the day where I may have screamed it a little bit louder than I am now, but right now I am not nearly in the best possible shape that I could be in for a lot of reasons. And I'm going to go into those in a second. Your physical and mental fitness are absolutely key to you being able to not only help yourself, but to help others. When you're on a plane, they always say, put your mask on first and then put it on the person next to you or a child next to you or whatever. It's because if you pass out, you can't help anyone. If you aren't in your best physical or mental or emotional shape, you aren't going to be able in a disaster to help anyone else. In fact, you're probably going to need somebody else to help you. And that's going to take away from someone who really needs help. Being able to kind of better yourself is the most important thing when it comes to preparedness. And we have a plan for that. So the plan that I've put together is inspired by several other channels doing a couple of different things that all kind of coalesced in my head to come up with #HealthyPrepper. So the inspirations for this are twofold. One is there's a group of channels that I love that inspired me to start a YouTube channel, that inspired me when I was first getting started in preparedness, and I watch them still to this day religiously. They are wonderful. The Urban Prepper, City Prepping, Rogue Preparedness, and Drop Forward Survival have all gotten together and they are doing a 90-day survival fitness challenge. I am linking their channels, which you should subscribe to immediately, and the Facebook group where they are having all of the conversation and sharing about the 90-day survival fitness challenge. If you'd like to go join that, you should absolutely do that. They're great people and they're going to have a ton of great information in there, so I would highly encourage you to do that. The other inspiration came from Justin Rhodes, who, if you're into homesteading or farming, is permaculture chicken guru to the stars, or however we want to say this. But we really enjoy their channel, and my family, we watch their farm videos, or we call it farm video time, along with some other homesteading channels. Every night, it's kind of a family tradition now. And one of the things that he has in his videos is about do something to be better the next day. Be better today than I was yesterday. And just do something to get started. Start planting something. So I'm taking that inspiration and I'm taking the 90-day survival fitness challenge and I'm putting it through my own filter and coming up with #HealthyPrepper. #HealthyPrepper is going to be the hashtag that I use for documenting my journey through this. And if you would like to use it, you are more than welcome to. We can do it as a group. I think it would be fun. So instead of committing to a 90-day plan, or instead of in the past what I've done, which is commit to some sort of a restrictive diet or a very specific and regimented fitness plan, for this I'm going to do what I call phases. A lot of people call them phases. We're going to call them phases. But the way that I'm documenting them on Instagram and on Facebook, and the way I'm going to kind of chart my progress is on phases. Each phase is going to be 30 days long, and I'm going to pick an element of fitness or health that I want to improve. And that's going to be my focus for that 30 days. The idea being that normally when I would do something like this, I might come up with 10 different goals and try to do all of them at once and not have it go according to plan, and pretty shortly just decide to just get rid of the whole plan and go back to the way that it was. And I would like this to be different, so I'm doing it differently. For phase one, my focus is going to be in 3 elements. The first element is on sleep. I am a consultant. I've been a consultant for almost 5 years now. My clients are in Europe, on the East Coast, on the West Coast. My schedule is crazy, and I am a night owl by nature. So it is not crazy for me to routinely stay up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and then have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning for a conference call of some sort or a meeting or get ready for a presentation. When I was younger, this was easy and I could do it all the time. I am a bit older now, and it's not as easy for me to do that. So I need to start kind of taking care of that aspect. So I am going to try and be in bed by midnight every night. So I give myself at least the opportunity to get 6.5 hours of sleep. Ideally, I'll be kind of ratcheting that back throughout the next year, but we're going to start in phase one with midnight. The second thing I'm going to focus on is getting moving. My job is very sedentary. I can sit at my desk and do conference calls and presentations and work on spreadsheets for hours and hours on end and not necessarily have a reason to move. And then by the end of the day, the kids are home and it's bedtime and there you go. So my goal is to get up in the morning and get moving, or to carve out time in the afternoon and really block it out of my calendar so I get it done. I've in the past tried to do this and I always come up with reasons not to. So I'm hoping that by sharing my progress on Instagram and stories and things, and really kind of focusing on just doing something physically active every day, as opposed to a specific set of exercises that if I don't do them all, it's not worth it, that will make this an easier thing to get through. One of the bonuses of focusing on getting moving in the physical fitness side of things is I have had chronic hip and back pain. I had a spine fusion surgery when I was younger. So I have some physical limitations when it comes to exercise and movement, and increasing my flexibility, increasing the muscle strength in those areas by doing my physical therapy exercises that I've had for years, and I do them sometimes and I forget to do them other times. Hopefully I'll be able to get rid of some of the pain, which will then make it easier to, in future phases, do more and more aggressive physical fitness type goals. To start with, I'm going to focus on physical therapy. I'm going to focus on flexibility. The third goal is drinking more water. Water is great. We all know it. It's super healthy, and most of us don't drink nearly enough of it. I drink barely any of it, apparently, at this point. I was kind of keeping track of what I was drinking over the last couple of weeks, and it was pretty much coffee, 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 and then more coffee. You throw in a LaCroix or a sparkling something at one point, but for the most part, it was coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that, and I found my water bottle that I used to have. It used to be really easy to drink water when I was in a corporate job. I would just kind of keep it full all the time and take it between meetings, and life was great. Now that I don't have that, it's really easy to just ignore it and go and get another coffee in between meetings. So I've got my water bottle that was hiding in a cupboard. I've got it down, and I'm going to try to drink 2 of them a day. That's not a ton of water, but it's more water than I was drinking. And if I can do it routinely, then it's going to be easier and easier to drink more and more and more. Okay, so how do you get involved? How do you participate? What's the next step? Well, there are a couple of next steps, and let's talk about them. So the first thing you got to do is you've got to come up with a goal for yourself. I'm telling you, pick something for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you if it's a good goal or a bad goal. You need to make that determination. You need to decide if whatever that goal is going to make you be better, feel better, do better. It could be physical in nature. It could be mental in nature. It could be sleeping, eating, reading, variety of things. But you need to come up with what your goal is. I would recommend that you come up with maybe 8 or 10 ideas, brainstorm it, and then whittle it down, and let's pick 1 or 2 to start with for the next 30 days, or if you're going to jump into phase 1 with me now, the next like 3 weeks before we go into phase 2. So pick something, pick a thing or two, and have that be your focus for the next little while. The next thing is join the community in sharing your progress, in talking about your progress, in kind of embracing, letting all of us embrace you and you embrace us. So the ways that you can do that is if you would like to be part of the 90-day survival fitness challenge that the other channels are putting together and moderating. Facebook group for them is down below. I recommend you subscribe to all their channels regardless of whether you want to do the 90-day challenge or not. Subscribe to their channels, but you can join that group and they will have information and encouragement and things as it relates to that. The second way you could do it is you can join in kind of what I'm doing, which is the hashtag Healthy Prepper. And it's identifying whatever it is that you're doing for your phases, posting something on Instagram or Facebook. You can join our Facebook group. I'm going to leave that link in the description, and you can post on your progress there, depending on how much you want to share and how much you feel like you want to share it with, the world. You may feel more comfortable sharing it in our private group. You may feel better just sending comments to things, whatever works for you. But definitely join the community and share. And if you don't want to share your own thing, you can comment and encourage the other people who are participating to keep going on their journey. Phase 1 started about a week ago. I think I'm on day 7 right now. So if you'd like to, you can start joining in with me on kind of phase 1, which initially I wasn't 100% sure what this is. So I didn't start on day 1 for phase 1 with this video. I'm starting on day 7. But you can join in for that. You can start your own dates. But it'd be great if you want to start with us now. Or you can wait until we get through phase 1 and start on phase 2. If you'd like to start on day 1 of phase 2 with us, that'll be in about 3 weeks. You can start then. But, pick a time to start, pick a thing to do, jump in, share it with us. I am adding kind of my daily posts in my Instagram stories, so you can see it there. If you want to comment, feel free. If you have ideas, add them in. If for no other reason you want to share your goals and see what people think, if people have suggestions, or if you're trying to come up with a goal and you have an idea of what you want, but you would like some help kind of fine-tuning it to an actual goal, throw the idea out, and I'm sure that many people from our groups will jump in and help you to kind of narrow your focus and move forward, because that's the goal. Find something, do something, be better, and be better prepared. So that's going to do it for today's video, where we're talking about the importance of your physical and mental fitness as it relates to preparedness. Don't forget, hashtag Healthy Prepper is the hashtag that we're going to be using for all of the content that we put out around this. And we would love to use some of the content that you put out in the content that we put out. Nothing is more fun than seeing a post with the hashtag for a campaign that you're working on and being able to share that with everybody else. So we'd love for you to use that hashtag if you can. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, so that you can see the journey and the progress that everybody's on. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give us a thumbs up if you are enjoying the content. Share it with your friends. Comment down below if you have your goal. If you already know what your goal is, put it in the comments below on the video. The more engagement, the more thumbs up and comments we get, the more YouTube will share our videos with other people and help them to get better prepared. So the more engagement that we can get, the better for everybody. Thanks again for joining us. That's going to wrap it up for this week, and we will see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.